Well, hello there, guys. Welcome to the video. I was going to do this pre-recorded, and then I thought I might as well just go live and see if anyone's about, and you can talk to me while I'm doing this. What I'm planning to do, as the title says, is take a look at some vintage He-Man Masters of the Universe figure prices. I've got a page from an Argos catalog that I'm going to bring up from 1985. Hi guys, I've got a few people popping in. This is Very Personal Skits. Chris B, welcome. Vintage Vandal, Thomas Kennedy. Yeah, I'm going to show you in a minute a page from the 1985 Argos catalog. If you're not in the UK, Argos is like a catalog based shop. So we all used to have a catalog at home, and we'd rummage through and circle all the stuff we wanted for Christmas. And then you go down to the store and you pick up your stuff that you want. Hi guys, hi Smart IT Pants, Lucid Dreamer, Justin, Dan, Seb, Retro Reselling. So yeah, I was looking at this. You can Google vintage Argos catalogs. There's various places on the internet. The one I've been looking at is on Flickr, and they've got all the pages on there. I spent far too long the other day just going through and reminiscing about stuff. And then out of interest, I wanted to find out what some of the He-Man stuff had sold for and compare how much they originally went for, brand new, obviously, mint in box, back in 85, with how much you'd have to pay for as near the equivalent as I can find on eBay. And yeah, it was quite amazing. So I thought I'd share with you some of what I found. Hi, Peter. How you doing? Oh, Peter Ray and Pete Allen. Inflated Hero just got done with yard sales. Oh, wow. Even yard sailing. I was just saying, you guys may not know what the Argos catalog is. If you're in America or Australia or whatever, Argos is a general kind of store, but you pick your stuff out of a catalog and then you go in with the number of the item you want and they go and find it for you. So what I'll do now, a few more people popping in. Hey, Adrian, Barry, Courage Nitty. Hi there. George is in. I think it was George. Wasn't it you, George, who managed to sell a vintage Argos catalog? I mean, that would be a great video on its own. The value of old Argos catalogs is bonkers because people want to do exactly what I was doing the other night, flicking through them, well, in my case, virtually online, and seeing what things sold for back in the day. So I'm not going to waffle anymore. Let me screen share and I'll show you. We're only going to look at one page from the 1985. I think it was spring, summer edition of the catalog. And we're going to specifically tonight look at He-Man Masters of the Universe figures. Let me know in the chat if you had any, if you're of my era. I didn't have many. I had a handful of He-Man figures. I was more into Thundercats. Didn't really have many of them either. But I remember them clearly. They were so big, and I watched the cartoon avidly. So, right, let me screen share and show you what I'm talking about. I can remember how to do this. Like I say, if you Google vintage Argos catalog, loads of people have shared all this all over the internet. So they're easy to find and great fun to have a look at. Right, so can I zoom in on here? Right, so this is one page. So that is Castle Grayskull. Let me just move my screen a bit. I want to be able to see the chat as well. Pete Allen, Thundercats all the way. Yeah, I preferred Thundercats. I might do another one of these. If people enjoy this, I mean, it's just a bit of a laugh, really. And you can try and maybe keep some of this stuff. If you don't know what these figures are, it's worth keeping in your head what they are and what they're worth. But it's just for a bit of a laugh, really. So that is the Castle Grayskull in the left corner there. And then you've got He-Man. Well, it's actually Prince Adam there, sat on the green cat, which is Battle Cat. That's before he turns into He-Man, I believe, in that outfit. You've got Skeletor riding on Panther, some other vehicles, and then down the bottom here, some of the figures. Those who were fans of it back in the day will recognize. We've got from the left Man-at-Arms, Beastman, Prince Adam, and then it's Whiplash. Those four I have found some eBay listings for. The rest we're not going to look at today. I'm looking at the list there. I can't see the names. I know that the B one was Buzz Off. Not sure what the blue guy was. And then you've got, I think it's Tila and oh, what's her name on the end? Oh, hang on. I'm going to have to go to the next page just to find out now. Tila and Evil Lynn. That was it. The yellow one on the end there was Evil Lynn. So let's have a look at the prices. So back in '85, you could buy the Castle Grayskull for, hang on, I can't see it all on my screen. Well, Argos were doing it for £23.95. Suggested retail, you can see there, number one on that list. Suggested retail $34.99. That's without any figures. So if we now go to eBay, well, actually, what do you reckon? I managed to find a box one with all of its accessories. Put your guesses in now for what one recently sold for. Retro reselling has gone in at £200 boxed. Over £200. Let's see who gets it nearest. This was the best condition one I could find, and it did have all of its accessories. It wasn't sealed, it was used. Hey Swamp Picker, how you doing? $139 US. Vintage Vandal says £100. Barry at least £100. Hey Steve, how you doing, mate? £184.23. Very precise. Yeah, do an inflation calculator. Obviously, this doesn't account for inflation, but you will be, maybe you'll be surprised looking at these prices. Bumcrack Picker 240, Laurel 150, 180. Well, so this is for, let me click onto eBay. Excuse me. So that top one there, £395. If we go into the original listing. So remember, in 1985, brand new, sealed in the box. Oh, look at Grizzlaw there, the hairy guy. He was so cool. You could buy this in '85 for £35 mint. This is nowhere near mint when you look at the box. Look at that. But there were very few boxed on eBay, and very few that had all of the accessories. This is what the collector's after. Look at all this. You got that weapons rack, the ladder, the chair, the flag, the little decals and little cutout bits. The box is quite faded by the look of that, and quite bashed on the corners. And somebody paid, it didn't go on best offer. Yeah, there you go, that's the weapons rack. Every single weapon there. All the little cardboard bits. This is the stuff that gets lost in it. This is what you want if you're a collector. And there you go. That's what you got for your £35 back in 1985. If you want one in that condition now, well, at least this particular one sold for $395. I looked at this earlier. I love what they've put in this listing. Going to press the watch button for later. Someone else will be pushing the buy it now button. Love that. So yeah, all original, complete. Yeah, complete with all parts, floor clips, hinges. There can't be many in that condition, hence the price tag. That is crazy. And if we just go back to 1985, you could buy it for, oh, not even 35. That's the suggested retail price. Look, $23.95. You could buy as many as you could get your hands on in 1985. Anyone got a DeLorean? We'll go and grab some. Right, let me just come out of screen share for a sec if I can work out how to do it. I've done a few more searches for a few more of these, so we'll take a look at some more in a sec. Just going to come out of there and hope I'm still lip synced. Inflated Hero went for $3,000. I don't know who was closest. What was it? 300 and I've instantly forgotten. I've got a brain like a sieve. 395. 395. Gillian, 450. That's pretty close. Yeah. I can't see anyone closer than 450. I'm sure there was, but I can't see it now. So yeah, £400. Let me just see what the chat's saying. Yeah, wow, Steve. It's awesome, isn't it? I got so addicted the other night just looking up stuff from the Argos Catalog. I thought, I'm going to make a video. Matt, hey Michael, how are you doing? I was eating more of your sweets earlier. I nearly started on the Swedish fish. Nearly. Michael says, a couple of years back, I was going to garage sales and found a box full of used Christmas wrapping paper for sale for $2. The box the Christmas paper was in was a near mint Castle Grayskull box. I bet the box, if it was near mint, would have got you, I don't know, £100 or dollars rather. Stridor the horse. Yes, Barry. That's on that picture. It's on that page. Misfit Moments, first time catching your live stream. Well, welcome. We're just taking a trip down memory lane and comparing He-Man prices from 1985 to today. Chris B, I did pick up a sealed carded Lion-O a couple of months back. How the hell? Really? Really should get it listed. Well, you should have got it listed in December. Get that crazy gifting price for it. Gillian says, I love watching your videos, but never have the time to watch the live broadcasts. Fun. Well, I hope you enjoy it. Swedish fish, your favorite? Yeah, I'm not sure. I might try one in a bit. Right, yes, Gillian, Battle Cat. Well, if I go back to the page, we'll take a look at some more prices. So if I screen share that again, and so at the back there, you've got He-Man in his Prince Adam outfit riding on Battle Cat. You could buy, I think, this on here. Oh, figure not included. So yeah, if you see number 6 on that list there, Battle Cat, a fighting tiger with eye-catching stripes, figure not included. So you don't even get the figure that sat on it in the picture. How misleading is that? Suggested retail £7.99. So in dollars, that's what, about 10 or 11 maybe, not sure. They were doing it $4.95. So for less than a $5 in 1985, you could get a mint inbox Battle Cat. Excuse me. So guesses in the chat for the nearest to mint condition vintage Battle Cat I could find on eBay sold for. Adrian says, Nick, don't forget She-Ra. How could I forget She-Ra? Yeah, Reseller Niche says you can get most figures loose pretty cheap still. Yeah, I've had many over the years. You can still find them. They're still fairly common. But yeah, finding them with a box or on the card, and importantly, finding them with, if you find them loose and they've got their accessories, they're still good money in it. So we've got 200, 100, 180. Steve says 275. 100 from Adrian. 88 from Erica. Welcome, Erica. Gillian says 78. So if I now then, oh, that's the one we've done. Get rid of that. So this was the best example I could find. Actually, that one I haven't found out. That one's in Germany, and I didn't go and find out what the best offer price was. There's a way of doing that. I did that on a couple of other listings, but we're going to take a look at this one because it was, I think it was in better condition anyway. So we're going to see original. So we've got 179. Somebody said 180. Bum crack picker is bang on. This particular example, so this is the vintage one. They have reissued a lot of these, or they've done what they call classics, like reissued the figures. They're slightly different. This is a proper vintage one. So that's Battle Cat in its box, and it's sold for $179.15. You could buy it for a £5 when I was 12 years old. That's crazy. Just take a look, and it's not in mint condition by a long shot again. The box it's not bad when you consider its age. The figure's pretty mint. I don't know. A little bit scratched. I found quite a few of these over the years, just the cats. Oh, actually, look at the state of the box. It's ripped completely off. One end's completely ripped off. £180 if you want to own that. Wow. Yes, Gillian. Wow, exactly. It's amazing, isn't it? So that's your Battle Cat. Remember, only the cat, no figure. You want one in its box, still used, with a pretty messed up box, £179.15, and that's sold. If we just go back to the page with the list, you'll see that just the cat on its own, there's a vintage one with He-Man and all the accessories. That's still £100 unboxed. But if we come down, prices will, let's jump a few pages. It's fairly common. I think I've sold just the cat for around a tenner. There we go. Battle Cat with the saddle, offer taken. It's all about accessories and packaging. See, the cat on its own, $7.79 plus shipping, $7.50 plus $2.99. So don't think you're going to get hundreds just for finding the figure. It's just simply not the case. Just the saddle there, though, $7.50. So in those rummage boxes in charity shops, it's worth remembering what these figures look like. Okay, so so I think closest there was BCP, wasn't it? With just about bang on 180. So tap points there. Now the other one at the back. So we're back in. This is the original Argos Catalog. If you're just joining me, I'm taking a trip down memory lane. The picture we've got on screen now is the 1985 Argos Catalog. So these were the prices you would pay for brand new mint in box He-Man figures in 1985. Back right there, you've got Skeletor riding on, what did they call it again? Panther. So number 7 there. So just for Panther, again, you don't get the figure. Let me just move this across so I can see. Suggested retail of £7.99. Our price, $5.95. Oh, you've got to pay an extra £1 for the evil cat. It was a better looking cat, though, let's be honest. The purple one. Better than green and yellow, do you reckon? So yeah, I managed to find a listing for this. Chuck prices in, chuck your guesses in now before I click across, find out what the best condition example I could find for Panther. Hey Jan, how are you doing? Do you think to write a book, Nick, Reseller Life, Mistake and Success? I haven't really thought about writing a book, to be perfectly honest. I'm not sure I could squeeze enough time out of life to write a book. And they stuck fur on for Panther. Maybe that's why it's more expensive, a whole £1 more. So guesses coming in for what you would have to pay on eBay in, well, today. We've got 150 reseller niche, 220 bumcrack picker, 180 again from Barry, 75 from Steve. Oh, Steve's going down. Adrian, I'm 185. Retro reselling 120. Then we've got 110, 169, 210, 170 from Michael, 95.99. Well, let's take a look. So there we have it at the top, but that was an offer and I can't be bothered to go and find out what they actually took. So we'll go by this one here. Pretty much bang on £100. I mean, it was in Germany, but you know, it's exactly the same thing. And there's one here, which was UK at 95. So we're looking at £100, pretty much on the button for a boxed Panther. Stephen Lum was pretty close. 110. Steve Green wasn't far off. Oh, hang on, 95.99. Jennifer. Oh, Vintage Vandal. There we go. We'll give that to Vintage Vandal, I think. So let's take a quick look at this one. Pretty much the same as the Battle Cat. It's just a furry purple one. Damn it. Too low, Steve. So yeah, it's quite eye-watering. So yeah, 111.99 euros, which translates to almost exactly £100. Oh, not the best picture. Could do with some lights there, mate. And again, the box is pretty poor, isn't it, when you look at it? But so few survived. So few survived Christmas morning. So it's a miracle that any survived when you think about it. Wow, yeah, that's pretty shabby, that, isn't it? And there's some more of the figures on the back there. You got He-Man at the top, Tila. Oh, Manny Faces. I remember Manny Faces. You could rotate his head inside that little helmet. Stratos with his wings, Skeletor, Zodiac, Trapjaw, Triclops. Oh, he had a spinning eye thing on his head, didn't he? Wow. So yeah, we're giving that to was it Jennifer, who I reckon was nearest? Yeah, Jennifer, tap points. So that's Panther. You've got to shell out £100 for a boxed one currently on eBay. Getting your DeLorean back to 1985. What did we say they were? Number 7. Oop, come back. £5.95. £5.95. It's madness. All right, I'm just going to pop out of screen share for a minute, read some chat. Gillian, I wish I still had those carrier bags full. Yeah, wow. The things we'd do if we could go back to the 1980s or any time, 70s, just hoover up. What would you buy, actually? What would you go and do? If you honestly could go back, what would be the best thing to buy? Or you'd go back to like when Amazon was founded, go up to Jeff Bezos and say, can I invest £1,000 in your company, please? And you'd be a multi-millionaire now and you wouldn't have to do anything. You wouldn't even have to go back to the 80s. Just go back to when was Amazon founded? Was it like 95? Might have been later than that. I think eBay was 95. Reseller niche. I sold one like that 4 years ago for $120, including shipping. Box was pretty beaten up. Fair enough. I used to get all my He-Man figures from a toy shop called Zodiacs. I used to get most of my toys from the now defunct Toys R Us. I was in town today. We were doing a bit of retail arbitrage shopping. Didn't find a great deal, to be fair, but where there used to be a big Toys R Us in Stevenage, they've now opened a great big Smith's Toys, which is good. So they've kind of replaced it like for like. Wow, this makes me wonder what I could buy now to resell in 2053. It's not a bad point, and I have thought many times about just putting stuff away, like weird stuff. Another video I might make soon, a good one that is quite eye-opening, is like chocolate bar wrappers, just rubbish, like literally rubbish. The stuff we all threw in bins in the 70s, 80s, 90s even, like crisp packets and you know, just general household packaging is now worth silly money for what it is. Not, you know, not crazy money, but I mean, I've seen chocolate bar wrappers from the 60s go crazy. That would be a great video to do. But it is mad. I mean, what should we be saving from now? And I talked to myself about this. I talk to myself a lot. But where would you stop? If you started doing it, where would you stop? You'd have to be really selective. You could do it with Lego. I know people who buy up Lego and put it away. But yeah, where would you draw the line? You just fill your house with stuff. Game Boys. Imagine buying up, yeah, sealed Nintendo Game & Watches. Oh, in this Argos catalog, I'll do another video. There's a page with Nintendo Game & Watches, and they're like £15, £19 for a mint in box one. They are silly money now. Anyway, oh, there you go. BCP, Bumcrack Picker just said, did you see the 1968 chocolate bars I had still in wrappers? I didn't see that. Was that on Instagram? Because I'm still an Instagram virgin. I haven't even been on the website. I sold them for around £100 each. There you go. It's mental. And I bet they were 1960s. So they were like, what, about 2D or something? Because we weren't even decimalized then. So it was in the old D rather than pence. Yeah, reseller niche. I'd turn into a hoarder if I did that. Exactly. I wouldn't know where to stop. Michael is stockpiling Harry Potter hardbacks when I see them in good shape. But they're so common. Are they ever going to really go up in value? I know the early ones already have. Who's to know? Okay. Hi, Sean. Anyone here about sellers going to prison for selling other company products? I think it was stamps. Yeah, but stamps is almost like currency, and they were, I believe, they were taking the franking off them and then reselling them as new. So they were committing fraud. Okay, right. I've done a few more searches, so there's not many, but I will screen share again and see what else we can find. So let's go back in. If you're just joining me, we've got 78 people in, so welcome. If you're watching this after the event, drop me a message below and let me know if you had any He-Man figures and what you had. Yeah, if you're just joining me, what you can see now is a page from the 1985 Argos Catalog. So there you can see Castle Grayskull. I found an equivalent, or the nearest equivalent I could. It wasn't brand new. Boxed one of those went for, what was it, about 400. A boxed Battle Cat went for 180, and a boxed Panther went for 100. Next one, I've got to remember. Oh yeah, Battle Ram. So 5. This weird looking blue vehicle that's under the Battle Cat. Battle Ram, mobile launcher, fires missiles. There's no figure with it. That was $11.95. It was on offer at $11.95. What do you reckon, guys? How much you got to pay to get one of those on eBay in its box in 2019? Well, the listing may have ended in 2018, but what's today's prices? I had that Battle Ram, says Barry. I don't remember the vehicles. I just remember the figures. And we have friends that had the Castle Grayskull. I remember that so clearly, opening the little mouth bit, the little gateway. So for a Battle Ram in box, we're going high. We're going in high, 295, 200, 80 reseller niche, 80.99. Now, no going into eBay and looking this up, people. 170, 99, 79. All right, let's go straight in and have a look. All right, that was Panther. So there we go, right at the top. Wonderful example, this. If we go in here, mint in box. How this survived is beyond me, but look at that. And it sold for 150. Was it 150? Hold on, didn't even look at the price. Oh no, it's 150 euros, so 134.55. Who was closest to that? 134. I reckon that's Kevin. Look, Kevin Rounce straight in at 140. Oh, retro reselling 130. I'll split the tap points between you both. There you go, a couple of tap points each. But yeah, 134.55. This was from Germany. But yeah, look at that. The box is, compared to the other ones we were looking at, that's, I mean, it's not mint, obviously, it's got some wear around the edges, but the decals weren't even taken off the sheet. It's got its instructions. The little, I think they're the missiles, are they? Look like it. In the packet. And that was it. A big hunk of plastic. Wow, who has the money to spend 135 quid on that? Wow. So yeah, well done if you got close to that one. I would imagine, let me just come out of this. Again, don't assume that the vehicle itself is worth that. I didn't really carry on the search, but if you look at the prices dropping here, just the vehicle, still not bad. It's still worth, you know, trying to sear that into your brain so you can remember to see that on a shelf in a charity shop, because these do crop up. These will be at boot sales. 40 quid, 30 quid. So yeah, 25. So anywhere between 20 and 40 quid. Well, they're dropping now. 12.65. 10 quid. No, it's just one part of it. 10 quid. Yeah, buy it now. I reckon you could achieve 20 to 30 or 40, depending on what you've got with it. Without the box, so still pretty good. Considering in 1985, what did we say? 11.95. I know, right, Barry? They didn't even put the stickers on for you. That was half the fun, though, wasn't it, to be honest? Erica asks, what do you think buyers do with these? Just keep them and hope they continue to rise in value? Most will go to collectors who will put them in a cabinet with all their other stuff and then, yeah, probably sell them on at some point. I have a massive collection that I'll sell for my retirement fund, says Retro Reselling. I used to have big collections of all sorts of stuff. Just before I started doing YouTube, I sold off all of my Thundercats, He-Man, Star Wars. I just got bored of kind of collecting it all and hoarding it. Sold the whole lot off. Had loads of Transformers as well. So next to the little blue battle ram is number 8, which is called Roton, Evil Assault Vehicle. Guess what? Figure not included. Yours for a bargain, $7.95. Right, what have you got to pay for a boxed Roton in today's eBay market? Put your guesses in quick and we'll take a look. And then I've looked up, we'll quickly do a few figures after that. I've looked up the first 4 figures there. Vintage Vandal 100, 89, 95, 99, 125, 80 from Michael, 89, 99. Oh, very similar. This is going to be close. So if you wanted to buy a boxed Roton on eBay, what a disappointment. 45. So that looks cheap now, doesn't it? How is that possible? £45. Did Vintage Vandal just put 45 in after I'd shown that it was 45? I don't know whether that came in early enough. Otherwise, that's amazing. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, Vintage Vandal. You can have some tap points for that. So yeah, I was surprised compared to. Hold on, let's go into the original listing. We've got vintage 1980s Roton boxed, sold for $45.95. Yeah, right. Who cares about Roton? And the box is pretty good. It's a shocker. Look at that. Not faded on the back. Doesn't that look like a bargain now compared to the other ones we looked at? Crazy. See, so that the inflation hasn't kicked in on that one yet. That was $7.95 in 1985. Okay, so next I'm going to show you a bunch of figures. So we're going to look at Beastman Men-at-Arms. So the first one there, the green guy, is Man-at-Arms. We'll take a look at him, and then Beastman, and then Prince Adam, and finally Whiplash. So chuck a few prices my way. We'll look at the first one on the list. There is, what's his name again? Man-at-Arms. So they were doing these for a pair. So you would get Beastman and Man-at-Arms for £6.75. So keep that in your head, right? £6.75 for two. And these would have been mint on card, right? So per individual figure, the best example I could find on eBay, we're going to look at Man-at-Arms. We've got prices coming in. We're guessing at what? 40, 16, 40, 100, 33, 41, probably 50. We'll have a look. So we're going to go Man-at-Arms first. That top one is insane. I didn't find out what the actual selling price. There's a way of doing it. I'm going to do a video. I might do it tonight. I'll pre-record it. There's a simple way of finding out what the best offer price was. But let's say conservatively that went for 200 quid. That's crazy. But if we scroll down here, here's one that's got the actual price it went for. In Germany again, for some reason. But that's the same figure we had in the UK. 135. So let's go with that for the tap points. I'm going to give that to Vintage Vandal was pretty close with 100. Gillian says, poor Roton, nobody loves him. Yeah, what a shame. But yeah, if we go into the listing, people go nuts for figures on cards. It's the figures people really remember, and it's the figures people really collect. Oh, that's not even mint. Look at that. That is on, and so that's been opened. But it's got all of its bits. The actual figure looks pretty minty fresh. Actually, the card is quite warped there, isn't it? It's really bent round. Yeah, and the blister pack has come away. Oh, you know what? I'd want more for my 130 quid. What's Barry say there? Funny thing is, in the cartoon, Man-at-Arms had a moustache, but the figure never did. Ah, wow. There's a quiz fact for you. So yeah, again, with the figures, don't get in your head that the figures are worth this. You're paying for the fact that it's got its packaging. If we scroll down, oh, these are the that sort of packaging are the modern reissues. The figures look different, the packaging looks different. They still command a fair bit of money, as you can see. Oh, look, there's one. Why was that only 85? Looks in better condition. Anyway, if we scroll on a few pages, you'll see what I mean. If we jump to 4, yeah, see, there's a Man-at-Arms. That's what you're likely to find in a rummage box at a car boot sale or in a charity shop. Just the figure, no weapon, no armor, selling for £6 there. And there again, £6.99. They took an offer. So don't get all excited if you find a bog standard He-Man figure. They sold in their millions. We're just looking at, you know, the best examples we can find. Look at that. That is so different, that 2001 version. I really don't like that. Looks nothing like the original figure. No, I don't like that. Okay, so the next one we're going to look at is Beastman. The best example I could find of a Beastman that's sold recently on eBay. Chuck a few prices so you get some tap points. And we'll take a look. If I quickly nip back, this is what we're looking at. This is the original Argos Catalog. So prices in the UK from 1985. Remember, this is crazy because they were selling them in pairs for £6.75. So you got 2 carded figures for £6.75. Oh, hey Rob, how you doing? Krillin is in. He says, thanks for the super chat. Nearly said that nearly came out wrong. Did Masters of the Universe cartoon characters speak with British accent? I don't know. I don't think they did. I think we just had the American. I think there was only one version, wasn't there? I'm sure it would have been dubbed into like all the European languages, but no, I seem to remember they were pretty Americanized. Scareglow is one of the most valuable loose. Oh, okay. If I've got time at the end, or if you want me to, I'll try and look that up to round off with. Scare. I have never even heard of that. Right, so we've got a bunch of, we are trying to guess the current eBay price for a Beastman. Best example we can find. We've got 500, 127, 100, 170. No cheating, people. Don't go on eBay and look. 85, 89, 100, 75. Right, let's take a look at Beastman. Best example sold on eBay I could find was 91. And the one below it, 90. So about £90. Who do I give that to? Oh, Erica. Erica, were you cheating? 89. Okay, I've got to give it to Erica there. I'll trust you. Yeah, isn't that crazy? So in 85, you could buy 2 of these, mint on card. This one at 91, that looks pretty shabby, to be honest. It's mad how much that little bit of cardboard adds to the value. Wow. I don't know if it's been out of the packet. I mean, that will be the value there. If the figure is actually still mint inside, because that card is absolutely shagged, isn't it? Oh my God, that's a mess. Again, I would want more for 90 quid. I'm sorry. But it looks like it's not been opened. How did that survive? I'd love to know the story of how these things survived. It wasn't looked after, look. But never opened. So yeah, tap points for Erica. That's Beastman. Next one we're going to look at is Prince Adam. So the third figure along there, that's He-Man before he's changed into his alter ego in his nice fetching pink tights and his big pink weapon. He does handle his big pink weapon rather well, doesn't he? Yeah, let me know what you think. The best example I could find of a Prince Adam. We've got Vintage Vandal at 70, then we've got 140, 300, 300. Our reseller niche is dropping down. 149, 200, 100, 150. I'm saying nothing. I've already seen this. Right, get the last few guesses in. We've got 150, 90, 98. People are judging it on the last one. Right, this might blow your minds, guys. For the best example of a Prince Adam I could find. Oh, no, it's not that. It's that. That is a mint on card Prince Adam. Now, I don't know what this Leo Toys business is. Don't know if there's a different version. It says Leo down in the bottom corner. So I think this is like a variant or a different, issued by a different company. But look at that, 2,650. But if we come out of here and go back to the list, you will see that it actually had an offer taken. I went and found out what that is. Like I said earlier, I'm going to do a separate video on how to find out what something sold for and best offer. But it did sell at 2,265. So hang on, Gillian was in with a late bid of £1,000 there. I'm going to give that to Gillian. So tap points to Gillian. But yeah, if we look for, there's another look, Leo Toys. I don't know what that's all about. 450 quid. That top one actually sold for 2,265. That's crazy. And then this, if we're judging on like, what is it, Mattel? Let's just zoom in on here. You see the name in the corner there is Mattel. So this is more your kind of standard one, the regular one. So if we go by that, you know, it's 85. But I'm giving the points to Gillian. There you go. Well, that's a commemorative, actually. That's a reissue. Oh, forget that. I think that's a reissue thing. Vintage 1984. There we go. So that's the regular Mattel one. We're looking around the £100 mark. There you go. Prince Adam on a pretty shabby looking card. So if you, oh no, that says Leo. What? I'm so confused now. That says Leo in the bottom corner. And Mattel, Leo Mattel. Oh, I'm so confused. As you can tell, I'm no expert. Okay. So last one, let me just pop out of here for a minute. And then we'll look at Whiplash. And I was going to take a quick look for Scare Glow as well. And then wrap this one up. Hey, Stephen, how you doing? There's a rare He-Man figure, Titus. Oh, I've got to look that up now as well. Tytus. Inflated Hero. Leo is a variant. Yeah, I figured that. But I assumed that Leo was another company. But that last one I looked at was Leo. It had Leo and Mattel badges on it. So I don't know. I don't know what the history is of it. Yeah, right, Adrian. How bloody much? Mad price for a little plastic man. Totally is. Whiskey, Tango, Foxtrot. Right, so last one I've looked up prices for is Whiplash, which is the little green lizard figure. I'll show you that in a minute. Last chance to win a couple of tap points. Hey, Danny, how you doing? Hey, Nick, got to say you're an absolute legend. Not really, but yeah, I'll take it. I'm new to the game and your content is incredible. Well, thank you. That means a lot. It's the reason why I do it, really. The fact that people gain something out of these videos and make a bit of money. Yeah, it's fantastic. See, everyone's going high now. We've got a starting bid. Well, not a bid. Nobody's buying anything. £2,500 for Whiplash. 5 grand, says Michael. 397. 999. Okay, everyone's gone balmy now. What we're doing, if you've just joined us, we've got 88 people in currently. Just comparing the prices of He-Man figures from the original 1985 prices here in the UK, which you will see on this page. We're going to look at this green figure in the middle, which in 1985 here in the UK, oh, sorry. Here in the UK, you could buy Whiplash along with Prince Adam that we just saw, the regular Mattel version, not the Leo version, with about £100 on the card. You could get the pair, number 13 in the price list above, for £6.75. So if I now go into here, The best example I could find that had sold recently was that for 185. Bit of a letdown after the Prince Adam one. So yeah, that's got the regular Mattel logo in the corner. Look at the condition of that though. I'm surprised that wasn't a lot more. Is that a reissue? I don't, hang on. Have I messed up here? Vintage Master of the Universe. Yeah. 100% original and sealed. Graded at 85%. See, I'm surprised that didn't go for more. You, because of the prices on some of the others. So, let me get some tap points out. 185. Let me scroll back. 150. Barry. 188. Were you cheating? I've got to give it to Jennifer. I'm going to have to trust you on this. Tap points coming to you, Jennifer. £188. Yep, for 100 and what did it actually sell for? For 185 plus shipping. That's what you'd have to shell out for a mint one. Or get in your DeLorean, go back to 1985 and get 2 for £7. Well, this and Prince Adam. I'm shocked at the condition of that. Look at that. That looks like it's just off the shelf. It's still got the little, whatever you would call it, in the little hanging hole. What would you call that little dongly bit there? Wow, a little punched out bit of card. How has that survived? That's awesome. Right, so quickly, before I leave you, I'm sure you've got better things to do with your Saturday night. We're going to look up a couple of the suggestions people said in the chat. So if we go He-Man Scare Glow, I have never heard of. Hi Stu, how you doing? Very late, no worries. Did you catch that? Says Inflated Hero. What was that? Inflated Hero plus a black outline around the green eyes and a dark blue skin Skeletor. The rest have minor differences. Whoa. Right. So Scare Glow. We're gonna go to sold. Let's go highest priced, just out of interest. Wow. I have never seen that figure before. Master of the Universe Scare Glow. Was he a goodie or a baddie then? Looks like a baddie. Is that Skeletor kind of glowing? Is that what that's meant to be? Evil Ghost of Skeletor. There you go. That is cool. And it glows in the dark, I presume. Happy days. Keep your eyes peeled for that. Ah, Inflated Hero. You've got all the info. Leo is an Indian company printing them for Mattel. Okay, so if you see a Leo variant, then they're worth more generally, yeah? Nice. You've just put a link in for that forum. I'll check that out later. So yeah, thanks for that. So that's Scare Glow. I don't know if he's worth a lot. Let's have a look just for a loose figure. Let's skip a few pages. Oh, hang on. Go out of there. Okay, so, oh no. Reproduction purple cape. Vintage He-Man. So that's a vintage figure with a repro cape. Ah. So they vintage figures for a £5. I thought that'd be a bit more than that. Can't be, look, because that's £147 there. Anyway, Right, what was the other one? Quickly, Titus. He-Man Titus. Oh, that was for just the cape. Sorry, I'm being an idiot. You have to forgive me. I'm going to put vintage in because it looks like it's coming up with classic stuff there. Completed and sold. Ah, okay, that's not working. Be used. What am I doing wrong here, guys? There's a faker. I can't see any vintage Titus. Titus custom headband. Can't see anything for Titus. Let me just dip in the chat. Hi Hugh, how are you doing? There is so much money in this line of tat, just mind-blowing. It is mad, isn't it? And there's so many levels. As we've just seen tonight, I know a little bit about He-Man figures. I've sold loads of them over the years. But there's so many levels of knowledge on this stuff. Eternia playset. Okay, we'll do that instead. Eternia playset. Yeah, what I'm saying was there's so many levels of knowledge within every single niche. You know what I mean? No matter how much you think you know about a niche, there's just so much more to learn. Oh, 190 quid, Eternia playset. The hell is that? Hey Lex, how you doing? I'm going to be wrapping up soon. We've been looking at He-Man toys. Wow, that is crazy. I've never seen that. That looks more Thundercats. Doesn't that look Thundercats with the cat's face on it? Oh, wow, that is cool. I only ever saw, back in the day, we had friends that had virtually all of the figures and they had the Castle Grayskull. Never seen that. I wouldn't have even recognized that. Or if I'd have seen it, I'd have thought Thundercats. Very cool. That's one to look out for. What did that sell for? 190. Jesus. There's a description. All mechanical parts to operate the arms. Wow. Right, let me come out of here. Hey Starly, how you doing? It was only available in Italy. Is that the Titus? I couldn't find any. They're that rare. There was none sold recently. There is so much missing from that playset, and it's still sold for 190. That's crazy. A mint one sold for 3,500 in the US. Wow. That's amazing. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe there was some information there that will help you out in the future. Something will catch your eye and you'll think, I've seen that somewhere, and make some money for yourself. If not, I hope it was entertaining. I love the whole retro thing. I love looking back at things I remember from my childhood. I did a few videos last year looking at stuff from the TV Cream Toys book. I might go back to doing those, but I think what I might do is pick a page from vintage Argos Catalog and just compare prices, because it's so much fun. It's so interesting to see the original prices as to, you know, comparing them to what you'd have to pay now to get a boxed similar item. So yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this. If you're watching this after the fact, drop me a message, tell me if you like the format, what you didn't like about it, because I'm only making these videos for you guys. I'm not really doing it for myself, although I do enjoy it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Hugh says totally crazy money. It was just mad. Yeah, it is. And there's so many little videos I could do. I really want to do one comparing vintage video games prices, because that is fascinating. And things like vintage tech. It's really interesting to see how much that stuff was back in the day. So there you go. See you later, Lex. Take care. Glad you enjoyed it, Michael. Ghostbusters backpacks. Oh, I've bought and sold those before. Glad you enjoyed it, Stephen. Anyway, guys, I'm off. Take care. Leave me a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I'll do another one of these soon. We'll be live tomorrow. I'll be live with Andrea. We're going to try and share a bunch of stuff from the hall. Oh, before I go, ta-da! There was a mountain of gear here, most of which now is in the loft. But I think what we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to pick out perhaps 5 of our favorite items from the van load of tat we picked up a couple of weeks back. So if you're around tomorrow at 8, join us for that. Also next week I have I'm going on Lonnie, who is Garage Flip's channel. It's going to be Thursday. I think it's going to be about 6 o'clock our time, which is about noon for Lonnie's time in America. So if you can check that out, please do. Until then, thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for all your guesses. Well done if you got any tap points tonight. And I'll see you soon. Take care, guys.